Hey guys, welcome to Chaos TV. Sorry for the wait guys, but we will be having game number 2 battles. I believe they actually did just finish game number 1. And SK actually lost. So Cplay with the advantage. I think they were actually in the finals of the TT Esports Cup that we covered as well. But yeah, they are a great side. So we're just going to have to see how this game number 2 faces off. But I'm NZ, joined by Vince. Metis is actually AFK right now. I think he was turning his food off or something. So I will just be taking the initiative until he is back. So we are in the picks and bans, guys. The first ban champions for the SK side has been Rise and Dr. Mundo. Obviously, Rise has been very strong in middle as of late. Always has been, actually. And on the other side of Cplay, we have seen a Cassiopeia and Morgana pick. Probably both aimed towards the mid AP role. Obviously, Ocelot, I think he plays the mid. I'm not completely sure. If I am wrong, then you can kill me, whatever you want to do. But very strong with Cassiopeia, and obviously Morgana, pretty standard ban coming out there. Very strong as a champion. Did see her last game, wasn't all that great though. The team didn't really pull their weight, so wasn't being able to really shine, as Shen has been banned as well. Casual ban as well coming out from them. Sorry about that, I just got a message. But yeah, the bans have gone back over to Cplay now. What are they going to ban out? They are going to ban that Janna out. Obviously, SK have got the first pick, so they want to eliminate Janna from the equation. Have seen her every single game so far, as I did just see that message, Bass. Oh god, he is so wrong, dude. So wrong. As SK will be picking their first champion up anytime soon. 35 seconds left. And it's going to be interesting to see, but the banned champions, the only real surprise there is Mundo. Although Mundo is quite strong, but you don't really class him as a banned champion kind of worthy of it. But obviously if Cplay, we didn't actually see the first game, so if Cplay were very good with that Mundo and really changed the game, I can see why they want to ban him out. And Rise, you don't see banned all that often, but if they don't want to play against him, then who cares? But it looks like a Lee Sin pick will come out from the start. Can either go jungle or top. Have been seeing him a vast amount in the top area, so it's going to be interesting to see where he goes, and the roles will be reversed now, as Kennen is going to get picked up, and a Shyvana. Shyvana can be played in the jungle as well, or top. Kennen can be played in mid or top as well. So we're just going to have to see how that one plays out. Obviously, Kennen very useful with the stun and the ultimate as well. Huge AoE damage for the team, as they will both lock in. So we are definitely going to see a Shyvana and a Kennen picked up on the side of Cplay, as SK are now going to pick their two champions. Kevin and Dedrian are going to be picking right now. So Lee Sin, they have got their options open right now. I can only guess they're going to be picking the support and the AD right now. They have picked up the Cogmore. We saw this in the last game, not with SK and Cplay though. Cogmore was absolutely outstanding for the CLG side. Really rang it home for them and won them the game. Obviously the Tank Destroyer, as Vince likes to call him, was very useful indeed. As I think Vince is back now, so hi Vince.
I am. I apologise wholeheartedly for that, NZ. Sorry about that, dude. Yeah, but I did just catch when you said about Dr. Mundo. I think they're probably trying to focus him out because obviously he's very strong in jungle or solo top, and Dr. Mundo is one of those kind of characters that mid to late game is pretty much impossible to kill. He's very strong, so obviously that's going to be one of the reasons why they have targeted him down. As you just saw before, and as you just said, NZ, as well, it's going to be Cogmore facing with Nunu, and of course with Blood Boil on Cogmore, it's going to be nasty times once that Cogmore is fed and farmed. Either way, back on the other side, Alistair and also Urgot. Urgot has been banned out a couple of times today, NZ. I think a lot of people are starting to realise just how strong that he can be in the right hands. Very good AD carry.
Absolutely, the Urgot and the Alistair bot. Obviously Alistair can go jungle, so their option is still open if they want to pick the support, but I can only guess that it is going to definitely be the support. Then Shyvana will go jungle, then they have Kennen probably top, and they have their mid as the last pick, but Candy Panda and Ocelot will be picking their champions right now. They have got the AD carry, a possible jungle or top, and a Nunu, which is going to be the support, so it's going to be interesting to see. I think Ocelot does play that mid role, Cassiopeia and Morgana definitely aim towards the AP carry of SK. So let's just have a look what they're going to pick. It looks like a Twisted Fate. Have actually been seeing him played much more lately, Vince, in ranked solo queues and such. He is definitely being, well, he's getting more popular by the day. The Udyr pick as well, he can go top or jungle. So we're just going to have to see how the switches go, you know. I would probably prefer Lee Sin in the jungle though. I've always liked Lee Sin in the jungle more than top. So yeah.
Indeed, but very much a versatile team. This, as you say, I mean, there's a lot of kind of mixes and matches that could potentially happen. Ocelot, of course, is the mid character for SK. He's renowned for his very strong Cassiopeia, and of course with TSM even.
Too much
Team
COD.
Solo mid. Indeed, too much COD, and they had a bit of a kind of grudge match between him and Reginald. They play an awful lot together, good friends of course, and they do fare off against each other in mid. So Ocelot is going to be taking the mid role with Twisted Fate. Twisted Fate, I remember back to the good old days when he's probably more viable as an AD or hybrid, but now he is very, very strong as pure AP, and you're going to see those changes coming about. So it will actually be Lee Sin faring in the jungle, of course leaving Udyr at that solo top, and Udyr very, very strong solo top as well, Enzi, of course. He has great sustain, he's got great poke as well, and his bear form sets those ganks up nicely. Looks like he will be facing off against Olaf at solo top, and of course that will leave Kennen to fill in the mid.
Yeah, Kennen, I bet you can, you know, speak from experience. Kennen is such a great champion, has a global armor as well, which is just great for AoE damage, can really change a game. So it's going to be interesting to see what Cplay can do. They did actually win game number 1. So Cplay definitely a very good team. So SK are forced, and I mean forced, to win this upcoming match, or they are going to be out of the Corsair Vengeance Cup rather early for their standards.
Indeed, but I mean, we did see Cplay actually, NZ, in the TT Esports Cup, and they were a very good team. So, although I'm a bit surprised that the likes of SK have lost the first game, Cplay definitely were the adversaries, and they're just proving exactly why. Either way, we do have this delay now of 2 minutes 30 coming up now, so we're going to cut to a quick commercial break. In about 2 minutes 30, you'll be joining us for the second game here between SK and, of course, Cplay in the Corsair Vengeance Cup. Don't go anywhere, we'll be right back. Alrighty guys, welcome back to Chaos TV's live coverage of the Corsair Vengeance Cup between SK Gaming and Cplay. First game, a bit of a shock, did go to Cplay. Apparently SK threw it and then some. I met us joined by Enzi, and we do have Bass on the streaming duties. The question is, Enzi, can Cplay take this one home? Can they actually cause a fairly huge upset here?
I think they can. I mean, we saw them in the T2 Esports Cup, and they were very strong as a team. I mean, it just worked. I think they were the main team who really... Oh, I think a level 1 fight might be coming up. So I'm just going to let you take it away.
Alistair's taking the point here. This could be a level 1 fight. Has flashed in and pulverized. 2-3 players getting absolutely crushed. But the first blood is actually going to be from Cogmore onto Alistair there. So he did engage, but he goes down first, strangely enough. And it looks like he's going to be the only player to follow. Will he actually? Cogmore has gone down as well. Urgot will be surely dying from that Cogmore passive, but he has actually popped his heal and will live to fight another day. So that is 1 for 1. Both Alistair and Cogmore going down, but Cogmore did get that first blood. I'm again quite surprised there, NZ, because Alistair flashed in and pulverized, and yet he was still the first one to fall. So at 1 for 1, slight gold advantage, as you can see, coming in favour of SK.
Yeah, it's good that they got the first blood just by... They'll get like 200, 100 gold difference. So both AD carries, they both have a kill right now, so it's all even at bot lane once again. Cogmore has gone back, got the boots and the Dorans and the free health pots. But on the other end, we have Urgot with the boots, the pots, and the cloth armor. So it looks like Urgot potentially going forwards that Wriggles early on. But yeah, they are just going to go back to the jungle now, as the golems will be picked up by Cogmore and Nunu. And Urgot will return to his lane as well. So yeah, pretty even stuff still. I mean, it was 1 for 1. Quite surprising Alistair went down, but obviously if it was the first one and he flashed in, his team weren't there, then he's going to get focused first, and they claimed a kill.
And of course, it's going to give Cogmore a bit of an early advantage. But having said that, Urgot also picked himself up a kill as well, and I would expect to see that cloth armor perhaps even turned into a frozen heart, NZ, is because of course Urgot is a very tanky AD carry and can be focused down quite often with his ultimate as well. But Cogmore could be going down here from Urgot. Urgot applying the pressure very, very heavily, and Cogmore having to pop one of those health pots to stay in the lane and stay alive. Alistair also took a bit of a pounding as well, but he's going to pull back and pop one of his health pots, and he should be all right and good to go shortly. Either way, outside of the bot lane, looks fairly comfortable everywhere else. You're going to have, of course, as we said before, Ocelot taking that TF, and he's going to be facing off against Kennen in mid. Top lane is going to be Olaf against Lee Sin. I actually called it to be Udyr at top lane, but then they switched over last possible second, and of course Udyr now with Smite is going to go ahead and jungle. And it's going to be very interesting to see which of these two junglers gets more involved. You'd probably expect to see Udyr more purely down to the fact that he has that bear form. He can just kind of stroll on into a lane, stun somebody out, and perhaps get the kill. Shyvana, once she hits around the level 6 or so, is probably going to get very, very much involved in the ganking phase. But of course with Burnout, her second ability, she does get a movement speed, so she is still very much a threat in this ganking phase. You're going to see Kennen being marked there for a gank. Does he have Lightning Rush? He doesn't have Lightning Rush, so he is quite susceptible to being ganked right now. There's TF and both Udyr. I'm going to come after him. TF had one nice gold card. Nice flash though from Kennen over the wall there, stopping Udyr's bear form stun from coming into effect. But to be honest, even if he had landed that stun, I still think Kennen would have been okay, especially when you take into account that Shyvana was also on her way. And now Shyvana pushing towards top lane, perhaps trying to set up a gank onto Lee Sin, caught in two minds, and eventually decides to pull back to that jungle. So still staying at 1 for 1, and still 300 gold difference in favour of SK Gaming. As Lee Sin's actually going to go down from Olaf there, and he did pop on an Ignite just at the end, but it wasn't enough to actually bring Olaf to his knees. So Olaf is going to get the upper hand in that top lane, and as well as Cogmore actually, Enzi, you know, he's very, very scary champion. In the meantime, we're going to see some action in mid lane here as Kennen has managed to pick up a kill onto TF. TF does reply back on, not Kennen, sorry, it was of course Shyvana, and now Kennen could be going down from the Bearman himself. Is going to chase after him and will get the kill onto Kennen. So 3 for 3 now, and bot lane's also in the action. 2 frags being exchanged at bot, and you can see Alistair trying his best to run away, coming into heavy attack from Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw, of course, does so much damage. He could actually be finishing off Alistair here. Will be a kill from Kog'Maw. Will Nunu fall from the tower? Doesn't look like that's going to be the case, and it will now be 5-3 in favour of SKNZ, but ridiculous. I need to catch my breath because we had kind of like 3 fights in 3 different lanes all at the same time.
Yeah, early game, I think Kog'Maw and Nunu is great. I think late game in team fights, obviously you have the Nunu ult, but I'm not really sure. I mean, I don't think Nunu was he can just get interrupted so easy with Alistair, you know? Because we saw this the other day. This is why I'm a bit confused. Nunu early game was very, very strong as a support. Obviously has the Ice Balls and the Blood Boil to help his AD carry as well. But later game he fell off very heavy and was kind of useless in team fights. Because obviously on the other side there was an interrupt where his ult could just get interrupted, then he couldn't really do any global damage. So I think that is going to be a problem. But SKF started off quite well. Cplay with 3 kills still, so they're still in this game. They're just going to have to play it safe right now and, you know, just get the kills.
I think they're pretty much gearing towards a Nunu just purely for Kog'Maw. I think Kog'Maw benefits so much from that Blood Boil that it's worth almost picking a character just to walk alongside him and to really be that one-on-one kind of support that you want. But Urgot's going to be very much harassing Kog'Maw back towards the tower as he just landed the Noxian Corrosive Charge and the Acid Hunter. And he's going to continue to do that as much as he physically can. That's one of the good things about Urgot. He does have awesome range if he can land his abilities, and that's exactly what he's trying to do against Kog'Maw now. But Kog'Maw has had a very strong start here, Enzy. And as we said before, and as we saw before in the CLG game, if Kog'Maw can get farmed, it's going to be very difficult to actually stave off him in the 5v5 team fights towards the end of the game. He's going to be so strong. Of course, not just that as well, but he's very strong against the likes of Dragon and Baron. They can pick up those buffs very quickly, and it's going to be difficult for the opposition here to really mount a comeback. Cplay definitely backs against the wall, but they're by no means out of this game. Remember, SK Gaming have to win this one, as they did lose the first of the best of 3. So right now, Cplay do have the advantage.
Yeah, and the question is, are they going to crack under the pressure? You would probably suggest not. They are SK. They've been here. They've done that. So they are going to try and look to get this game. But Cplay are a very strong side, so I'm not going to put it past them at all. Because Cplay, as we saw in the TT Esports Cup, maybe didn't fend off against, you know, big contenders like this, but they still played very well. You know, they kind of dominated teams really. And yeah, they were a great team, and they even got game number 1 here, so you can tell they're a force to be reckoned with.
Oh, top lane in the bank from Twisted Fate. He did pop his ultimate there, tried to get the gank onto Olaf, but of course Olaf does have Ragnarok, which allows him to basically be immune to all disables and CC. And even though Twisted Fate did land that gold card, not going to do anything to Olaf while he has his ultimate on and running. So a bit of a, not necessarily a failed gank, I wouldn't go that far. The idea was right, the execution was fine, but of course Olaf counters that one nicely. Either way, they have burnt that Olaf ultimate now, and that will give Lee Sin a bit of a breather for now. Either way, we could see some action coming into blue here, or will it be mid onto Kennen? This stun card will come down onto Kennen, and unfortunately for Twisted Fate, he doesn't manage to land the wild cards afterwards, which of course does so much of his damage. But Urgot was, sorry, not Urgot, Udyr. I always do this, Anzi. It's strange. Whenever Udyr and Urgot are playing in the same game, I always get them two mixed up. The names are so similar.
I think maybe it's just a you. Maybe it's just a you.
I guess it is. I guess it is. Or maybe I'm just senile. I don't know. Maybe a mixture of both.
Maybe you're bold.
That could also be true, although I know I'm not, but yeah. Either way, Kennen is going to come down into the opposite jungle. Could be some action here on the red as Shyvana walks in. Going to get caught out here after the field. She's going to get stunned there, but does pop the exhaust onto Kog'Maw. He is the big danger man right now. Going to perhaps be a team fight, but everyone's kind of running away. Now Kennen's going to engage with his ultimate. Shyvana comes in with hers as well. A lot of AoE damage coming out here from Cplay. I think Nunu should be falling any time now. Ignite has been put on him. Huge damage though from Udyr onto Alistair, who does fall as well. Kog'Maw's such an absolute nightmare for this lineup right here, and now Twisted Fate should be falling as well. So that's in fact 3 kills, 2 against SK, 1 against Cplay. Kennen very low on health, but overall a definite win there in that team fight between these two, going in favour of Cplay. Now I'm going to try and pick up this dragon, and Olaf is on his way down as well to help out with this. So after this dragon is down, the gold difference is going to be pretty much even, maybe slightly in favour of SK. There you go, about 500 gold difference, very much close, especially when you consider that Cplay are a frag behind here. They're actually behind on kills.
Yeah, but great turnout for Cplay. They're back into this game. They're right back into it now. Only a few hundred gold difference, about 400, 500, whatever you want to say. So Cplay, you know, brilliant team fight. They came out on top, and you know, SK, I think they could lose this game. Honestly, think they can lose this game. Cplay have a good team comp. They're all good players individually. But the main objective right now is to just shut down that Cogmore, because as we said, if that Cogmore can get fed, get a couple more kills right now, he is going to be unstoppable.
Absolutely, 100% agree. Cogmore is a hyper carry and then some. And we're going to see some more action in mid here. Will TF go down? Udyr definitely did come to the rescue of his teammate. Kennen was on the prowl again there with Lightning Rush, trying to land a Shuriken onto the retreating Twisted Fate, but it's not going to work. And of course we'll stay at that 6-5 scoreline. Gold 700, 600 now deficit in favour of SK. Udyr has got the Oracle, so he's going to try and deny some of those ward and the ward coverage of Cplay, which is going to make their job harder to spot those incoming ganks. And it's going to allow the likes of an Udyr to roam freely between lanes and try and set up those ganks nicely. But right now, NT, I mean, it's fairly even overall. Let's have a look at some of the creep score differences. You're going to have at bot lane, Cogmore is currently on 82, Urgot on 77, so a 5 creep score difference there. Not huge for 12 minutes through. Mid lane is going to be for Twisted Fate, 84, Kennen sitting at 72, so a fairly big difference there working in favour of Twisted Fate. In the top lane, Lee Sin 80, Olaf 79, about as even as it gets. Alistair under heavy attack once again, had to pop his ultimate. Urgot's going to try and pick up a kill here onto Nunu, will actually get the kill in fact. And now Twisted Fate popping his ulti, he has came down and will finish off Alistair. Urgot's in a lot of pain as well here. He could be falling from Cogmore and Twisted Fate. There comes the kill onto him, and Cogmore, very, very low health, is going to escape. So another nicely executed team fight coming up there from SK, losing 1 but picking up 2 kills in return, and of course importantly picking up another kill for that Cogmore, who now has BF Sword NZ, so he is starting to look very dangerous. On the other side of things, Urgot has picked up that Brutalizer, and he also has the Ninja Tabi boots.
Yeah, the TF ult just so useful in situations like that. Was able to come down, help get the 2 kills, and Cogmore with yet another kill. So he's currently on 3-1, has got the BF Sword, double the runes and the Berserker's Greaves. As the blue will go to Shyvana. She will probably just go back towards the enemy, go towards her jungle, sorry. She did actually get the steal, sorry, in the enemy jungle. So nice stuff coming out from Shyvana. The blue buff will not be of use for Twisted Fate right now. So that's going to kind of go in towards Kennen's favour. I know Kennen's on energy or whatever you want to call it, but obviously Twisted Fate without blue is much better for him lane phase. Olaf is just going to retreat, but yeah, nice stuff coming out from SK.
Indeed, energy also known as Ninja Juice, and that's what Kennen runs off, of course, similar to the likes of Chen or Akali, if you're not too familiar with League of Legends. It's going to be a big fight coming off at top, big confrontation between Lee Sin and Olaf. Is Lee going to be able to escape? Yes, he will. He had to flash away there. I think he was a tiny bit worried about Olaf, who had popped his ghost. And actually, in amongst all that as well, Shyvana actually butted heads with Urgot, so you actually had 2 fights kicking off at the exact same time, but nothing really happening. As now Twisted Fate is going to try and harass this Shyvana. Shyvana just walking past. There is a ward down there, so Twisted Fate knows exactly what to expect. Is he going to try the blue steal here? Has came through with the wild cards. Doesn't actually land the wild card, but blue isn't weak enough here, as Nunu has been caught out slightly from Shyvana. Shyvana will be going down so fast though. She's forced to use that ultimate just to escape. Here comes Kennen, surely going to pop his ultimate. Yes, he will. He has been stunned. Awesome play from Twisted Fate there, completely shutting down that ultimate, and he will go down, Kennen, for a beautifully placed ultimate coming in from Cogmore. But Ocelot changing through those cards so quickly and nearly takes down Alistair with the wild card as well. Wowzers, Ocelot, your reaction time must be so good. And had he not have landed that NZ, I'm fairly sure that Cplay would have been able to pick up a couple more kills in that exchange, because even with that stun, Cogmore on very low health, this is going to enable them now to push down this mid lane. Olaf is trying to push in from the side, but the ooze on the floor is going to stop that from happening. Again though, Twisted Fate with an awesome quick gold card.
Yeah, nice stuff coming out from Ocelot. But I think this game, Vince, is just really going to go down to that Baron right now. Baron is going to be such an important factor in this game, like it is any game. But this game is so close. Cplay can definitely come back into this. They are the team to do it. They already have one map, so they are on the advantage. So even if they lose this, they still have another shot. They're only 3k goal behind, so they just have to, you know, get the focus right. They need to execute right, and they can come back into this game. They are going to get this mid turret down, surely. But yeah, definitely Baron. I think Baron is just going to decide it all in this game.
Well, it's certainly looking to go that way. The goal difference, pretty much nothing in it. Only 3 kills in this game as well, with 16 minutes through. Both teams have their advantages. And it looks like Dragon is going to be up any second now. Cplay had the timing down to a T, and they're all here. On the opposition though, it seems that SK completely out of position. And this is going to be a simple Dragon taken down for Cplay, so that goal difference coming down, the gap being bridged here from Cplay nicely. Top lane going to be some action once again between Olaf and Lee Sin. Olaf has to be careful, I was about to say, because Dragon's Rage could have knocked him back in the tower. That's exactly what's happened. Now he's going to have to try and run away. He does have that Ignite on him, but he's popped a health pot, and I think he should be able to get home net without any problems whatsoever. For a second I thought Udyr may have engaged the wrong place at the wrong time onto Urgot there, who had Alistair and Kennen around him. Wasn't to be the case though, pulled back instead, and of course he does still have that Oracle NZ, so any ward that goes down, Udyr is pretty much just running around right now trying to clear those wards out as much as he possibly can. Shyvana has been caught there, nice damage coming out from Twisted Fate, more harassment than intent to kill. Once again Olaf has been caught from Lee Sin. Lee Sin's going to do his best to pick up this kill. They're going to run after each other. Twisted Fate coming down as well though, so Olaf in a really horrible position, very much precarious. He has been caught out from Lee Sin once again. Wildcard's coming out, he's popped the Ghost and also Ragnarok. He's going to try and do a lap around the bush there, and somehow he's actually managed to survive. That Sonic Wave was so close to hitting though from Lee Sin, and had that have landed, that would have been game, set and match, an easy kill. Twisted Fate popped his ultimate, but what about that from a juke from Olaf, just running round in a circle for the win.
That was hilarious. It was like the Usain Bolt of League of Legends right there. Thought he'd take a lap around the rock and he'd actually get away, as Alistair is going to go down at bot. Just wow, great play from Olaf. It's so funny. It's so funny. I'm actually in tears right now.
Epic juke is epic. And we're going to see some action at bot lane here as Urgot is going to get down from Cogmore. Nunu very nearly fell. One more hit from the tower and he probably would have done just that. Now Kennen's used Flash, I believe, to try and get into position. In fact, he didn't use Flash, he used Lightning Rush, my apologies. But he was trying his best to get towards that Nunu, and the ooze came down from Cogmore, completely shutting that engage down. In the meantime, Lee Sin once again very aggressively going to try and push Shyvana. Shyvana having to pop that ultimate. Not for the first time, in fact, MZ, that Shyvana's had to pop the ulti just to escape. And, you know, something's not quite going right there. She could get caught out again. Udyr is on his way, pops down a ward. Going to get the stun in onto Shyvana as well, but can he pick up the kill? That's the question. Probably not, because here comes Olaf. And the cavalry charging in now from Cplay. Kennen is also pushing round. Twisted Fate has primed up that gold card though. And we're now going to see a big team fight coming in. Lee Sin taking point. Olaf is there though. Udyr having to flash through the wall. And a nice Dragon Rage kick there from Lee Sin, bumping up 2 or 3 players. And that is going to mark the end of this team fight, NZ. So a lot of teasing from these two teams, but no one fully committing. The score's 11-6, and the goal difference 4.7k in the hands of SK.
Yeah, just a lot of poke going on. I mean, it's backwards and forwards. I mean, whoever makes the first mistake is the first going to drop, and then their team is just going to drop as well. So yeah, just backwards and forwards action, ability to ability. Nothing really going to happen, but a beautiful kick from Lee Sin to kick all them players back. To make none of his teammates in danger or vulnerable. to Cplay.
Oh my god, Candy Panda is so strong with Cogmore. He literally three-shotted Alistair and nearly killed him. What does Cogmore currently have? He's got the Zeal and Infinity Edge already, so that's why he's doing so much damage. Once those crits hit, they're hitting seriously hard. And now it's basically a case of SK just invading the opposition's jungle. I'm going to pick up the blue buff without any problems whatsoever. Going to give it to Cogmore. Even as an AD range, he still does need that blue, because of course his ultimate living artillery requires more mana the more you use it. And that's the reason they gave it to him just there. Going to come down to bot lane and farm it. And already, NZ, dare I say it, Cogmore looking like a handful. He's on 6 kills, 1 death, 3 assists, 152 creep score. And if you have a quick look over at Urgot right now, 126 creep score, 2 kills, 3 deaths, 2 assists. He's got the Brutalizer, Glacial Shroud, Ruby Crystal, and Ninja Tabby. Look at the damage from Cogmore onto Alistair again at bot lane. Oh my god, that is scary stuff from him, and they're now going to push back because Shyvana is on the prowl.
Oh, sorry. Apparently someone's messaged me on LoL saying one of the teams are actually searching for a new solo top. So I'm just going to throw that out there. One of them is searching for a solo top. I can only guess that, wait. Oh my god.
Cplay, I would assume?
Yeah, Cplay, yeah, sorry about that. But yeah, Cogmore, just great damage coming out. I mean, 21 minutes, already got that Infinity Edge and the Zeal. Like you said, the damage, he can literally free-shot Alistair there. So yeah, Cogmore, exactly what we said. You didn't want him to get fed, but he's fed right now. Well, he's 6 kills, 1 death, 3 assists, and he is looking very, very, very strong.
Well, why would they not pick up Olaf here? Because, I mean, if they're looking for a solo top player, Realive right now playing Olaf, he's doing a great job, phenomenal in fact. He's on 201, he's building towards that Frozen Mallet, did a really good job against Lee Sin in top. So perhaps he's on trial right now. If so, he's doing a damn good job, and let's hope that continues for him. Either way, this mid tower is going to be going down very comfortably. Going to be a tiny bit of resistance coming in from SK, bit of damage there, but nonetheless the tower will go down. That is the first tower on the board as well for Cplay. SK have picked up 3 already. The goal difference is about 5k, so SK definitely looking good. It looks like they may well engage onto Olaf. He did pop Ragnarok just in the nick of time. Had that gold card have landed, he would have been definitely dead meat. And you can now see SK congregating around the dragon. I'm going to pick that up with ease. Not too much that Cplay can do. They took too much damage in that last encounter on mid tower to be able to do anything here. Now SK going to push back up towards mid. Are they going to engage though? Probably not, because there are wards down there. Urgot's very good at kind of poking with his Acid Hunters and Noxie Corrosive Charge, of course. And this is going to allow Cogmore with that Blood Boil once again, just to last hit. All these creeps looking so strong. And how much gold does he actually have in his bag? He currently has nearly 2,000, so he can go back right now and complete that Phantom Dancer. And Phantom Dancer and Infinity Edge on Cogmore, 23 minutes through the game. Ouch.
Yeah, the Phantom Dancer is definitely going to hurt, as I think SK are going to be pushing this bot tower, so that'll be the 4th on the board for them, unless Shyvana and Urgot do something about it, but I think all players are starting to congregate around the area.
Yeah, big team fighting off here already. One player has dropped in the form of Urgot from Cogmore. So much damage from Cogmore. Is going to pick up another one. In fact, Lee Sin got the last hit there. I think Cogmore doing so much damage. Here comes Twisted Fate teleporting on. Will instantly absolutely devastate Shyvana, and that's just going to leave killing all by himself. Cogmore's going to try and pick up the kill. Twisted Fate will land the wild cards, and Cogmore finishes it off with living artillery, and that will be an ace without any reply whatsoever coming in from Cplay. All 5 their players are dead, and this is going to be 3 towers on the board, and this pretty much, NZ, is the GG. I cannot see them coming back from this position. It's probably going to be an inhib going down as well. Inhib tower is about to go down. There we go, it's down now, and now the inhib is being brutalized. Urgot's going to try and come in, lands that Noxing Corrosive Charge, is going to spam away towards Udyr. Unfortunately though, from his perspective, Udyr is one of the tankiest champions on the SK side. He's just going to put up that turtle and run away. Now they're all going to recall, buy up, and you're going to see some pretty nice items coming out from SK now.
Yeah, just great team throw from SK. Not one of them will fall, and I think that definitely marks the GG. We said that about Maze. You know, Maze kind of put a fight up against DLG, but you know, SK they've definitely got the advantage now, and I don't see them losing it, especially with the Cogmore on 9-1. Now got Quicksilver Slash and a Phantom Dancer. Wow.
Indeed. The Silver Sash, of course, is just purely to get him out of any serious problems. For example, the Urgot ultimate or the Kennen ulti as well can stun, and he doesn't want to get bogged down in stuns. Of course, he just wants to be free to do as much damage as he possibly can, which with Phantom Dancer and Infinity Edge is going to be a lot, to say the least. They are going to ward up on Baron, also take down the opposition wards. Candy Panda did start on the Cogmore, but looks like he has decided not to carry on. But now they are going to go for it in full. Look how quickly that Baron is going down with Cogmore's damage there. Very, very quickly, but Alistair realises there must be something happening right now. Puts that ward down, instantly taken out though. Here comes the Shyvana ultimate. Both Alistair and Shyvana completely committing to that Baron steal. Both of themselves just get themselves killed instead. And that will be the good game, surely, as SK are now going to push very aggressively. Urgot has popped the ultimate onto, I believe that was, I think that was Cogmore, but it doesn't even matter because the surrenders came in regardless. So that is going to be game number 2 going to SK. So currently these two teams, SK and Cplay, stand at 1 game apiece. We'll quickly cut to a commercial break, and when you rejoin us, we'll be going live in the 3rd game. Stay tuned, guys. We'll be right back.